Meanwhile, the Aquino government remains optimistic that it could achieve the 6.5% gross domestic product growth target for the year, despite slower economic growth in the third quarter. Communications Secretary Sonny Coloma said they remain hopeful that the country's economy would rebound in the fourth quarter. We have the details of this report from Ignacio.
Malacanang is confident that the government's economic reforms are still on track to attain its target of 6.5% GDP growth in the fourth quarter of 2014.
We note the report of the National Economic Development Authority, NEDA, that the Philippine economy, as measured by gross domestic product or GDP, grew by 5.3% in the third quarter of 2014. This figure shows a 1.7% decrease from the 7% growth recorded during the same period last year and 1.1% lower than the 6.4% registered in the second quarter of.
Secretary Coloma said that the Philippine economy maintains a stable private sector performance and effective government spending, as well as the expected gains from the rehabilitation efforts in Yolanda and other calamity-stricken areas.
According to Secretary Balisacan, the third quarter economic performance shows a mixed picture of the private sector treading a more stable upward trajectory, government adjusting to new spending protocols, and the lingering negative impact of Typhoon Yolanda and other calamities. We affirm NEDA's continuing positive outlook in the succeeding quarters and onward to 2015. Private sector performance is expected to remain robust. Government spending is likely to improve, and the impact of the post-Yolanda reconstruction efforts will gain further traction.
The palace official also assured that the government continues to address problems of port congestion. NEDA Director Arsenio Balisacan cited that port congestion resulted for a slow pace in the economy.
There are constraints that the government has had to deal with, and it is timely that this afternoon Secretary Almendras will convene the summit at which the proposals of the stakeholder groups to ease the problem of port congestion will be addressed as we continue to find responsive solutions so that these constraints will be overcome.
Meanwhile, Presidential Assistant on Food Security and Agricultural Modernization Secretary Francisco Pangilinan said that the government has mechanism to enhance agricultural programs to boost the economy.
Pag sinama mo yung agri-industry at yung agriculture, almost 60% of your labor force is agri or agri-related. So you don't have to be a rocket scientist to conclude that if you want the economy to grow and you want poverty to be addressed, you address 60% of your population's income, which is really agri and agri-related.
For the People's Television, Ignacio.